All right. Let me get my microphone hooked up here. Hear me, Lisa? Good. Okay. Yeah, randomly sometimes she does. Let me you guys. Like hardly ever, but oh my gosh, it was the weirdest thing. Last week, I don't remember. Something happened outside. She was like barking so much. And then I opened the door and she just kept barking and barking. I was like, what's gotten into you? What was it? I can't remember. But she was like such a barking girl in that moment. But hardly ever other than that. Something tripped her. I know, so strange. What was that? I forgot. Most of the time she just says this. Mm-hmm. All right. Hi, Laura. I was wondering about you. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Me too. With Kim. Mm-hmm. Kim. Mm-hmm. Together. Mm-hmm.
Is it a one? Is it a one?
For restore. Same, 75. Hi. Who are you? Do I know you? What's your name? Andrew? I'm Katie. Nice to meet you. Andrew, and then what's your name? Grace? Have I met you before? Okay. Grace. Andrew. All right, friends. You made it to the studio amidst all the obstacles once again. Congratulations. Just saying to Cece, it's amazing. Like, you think it can't get worse. And then you're like, okay, all right. They did it. All right. As far as special announcements, what do I have coming around? I have my frequency class, I think is the next special offering I have, which is the 13th of April. And so not this Saturday, but the following. And then just a heads up that I am out of town this weekend, just for a quick little weekend getaway. So I won't be teaching my Sunday class, but Steph Nally will be here subbing, and she's amazing. She's a really, really amazing teacher, I think. So I would highly suggest coming if you usually come on Sundays. And then I also just have a retreat that opened that's just in Mesa, Arizona. So the place itself isn't like crazy amazing or anything, but there's hiking that we can do. The sun will be shining. It will be warm when it's getting dark and cold in Utah. And I just got this really awesome kind of like huge castle Airbnb that has like a big pool and pickleball court and water slide. And like, so we'll do yoga and sound bath stuff, meditation every morning. My friend who catered my Sedona retreat this past year, who's a really amazing cook, she'll be catering it. So a really amazing chef, I should say. And let's see. So yeah, that's in November, and it's just a long weekend. So a Thursday to a Sunday. There's only one double lock room left. So if you want it, snag it soon. All right. Any questions, comments, concerns, requests before we start? Yes, on you. Oh, so many people have asked me that, and now I'm like, I'm not such a big deal. I was really scared. It was good, and it wasn't that bad. It was just 2 minutes of my life. I'm like, oh, okay, I survived. And everyone's like, I do it for 6 minutes, 3 times a week. I'm like, okay. I thought it was cool. No, it was good. It was fun. We had a good time. Chris, did you have a good time? Chris came. Did anyone else in here come? Oh, yeah, it was good. Yeah. It was your first time too? Yeah. What'd you think? Yeah, it wasn't as bad as I thought. And I felt really good after. I'm like, this is why people like it. Okay. Anyway, thanks for asking. All right, let's do the thing. So go ahead, find your comfortable seated meditation if you're not already there. I shouldn't say comfortable because I know it's not necessarily comfortable to sit for everybody, but get as comfortable as you can. And if you want, take a moment to just kind of move your body a little bit, wiggle a little bit, and feel into your physicality. So notice just how does your physical body feel this morning? How did you wake up this morning? How does your spine feel, your shoulders, your hips? And then eventually, no hurry, but eventually just settle into stillness. So rest your hands somewhere intentionally. Maybe that's in your lap, maybe that's to your heart, maybe that's one hand to heart, one hand to belly. Either close your eyes, or if you prefer to keep your eyes open, soften and lower your gaze. And just really intentionally land here in this space. So letting whatever happened earlier this morning, whatever happened on your way here, and whatever you've got going later today, for now, just let all of that kind of fall to the periphery. And just feel yourself in this room. Feel your sit bones on the ground or on your prop. Feel into not only the space around you, the space of community, but the space within you. So your own inner space, and just notice everything that's present for you this morning, everything you've showed up with this morning. So notice your energetic state. Do you feel maybe anxious or even excited? Do you feel calm, peaceful? Maybe you feel even tired, exhausted, dragging. So no judgment, but really tune in and see how you feel. Just observe. And then if you haven't already, begin to bring more awareness into your breath. So if you want, you can visualize it. Feel into the subtle expansion and contraction of your inhales and exhales. Maybe notice a texture in your breath. And just the next time you breathe in, fill up as big as you can. Hold at the very, very top in that fullness and see if there's even a little extra sip you can find. Open your mouth and sigh it out. Let it go. Good. Do that 2 more times. So inhale, fill up. Fill up into those places that feel especially tight or stiff or sore. Extra sip if you want it. And then open your mouth and release. Sigh it out. Good job, friends. Last one. So biggest inhale you've taken all morning long. Pause. Hold. And as you hold, let the breath circulate around inside of you. Extra sip, maybe even 2 extra sips. And then great big sigh, release. Seal your lips now. And begin to drop into Ujjayi breath. So in and out through your nose by way of the back of your throat. So see if you can start to create a whisper noise or an oceanic sound with your breath as you breathe slowly and intentionally. So the inhale is like you're taking a really, really deep, slow motion gas. The exhale is like you're fogging up a window with your lips sealed on top of the breath. So you can stay right here, just connecting to your own internal rhythm for as long as you want. If you're ready to start moving, you can start from your seat. Maybe start moving just through your upper body. Some big circles with your torso, or even small circles with your torso. Maybe some seated cat cows, or if you want, you could twist, reach your arms up. As you feel ready, come forward to hands and knees. So stay for as long as you want, moving from your seat, but eventually hands and knees, and just continue that exploration. So intuitive movement, anything goes. There's no right or wrong. So use these first few moments to really just kind of take an inventory of your body, to notice how you're doing this morning, to feel into all the space inside of you. So every time we show up on our yoga mat, our bodies are different. Our energy is different. We are different. So see if you can really tune in and notice what's here for you today. Just get curious about it. No judgment, just observation. And if it helps, close your eyes. So if you're in your head, that voice that says, am I doing this right? Do I look weird? What are the people around me doing? If that voice is loud, close your eyes and go in. Use your felt senses. It's something that's so hard for us to do as humans. It's not natural for us to do. Maybe it once was, but we've been conditioned out of it. So start to become curious once again about just your felt senses, just your own inner world. Good job, everybody. Let's say in your next few rounds, your next 3 to 5 breaths, somewhere in there, no hurry. Downward facing dog is our eventual destination. So you can start to transition back in your own time and even in your own way. Once you're back in dog pose, do very much that same thing. Just feel around. So pedal out your heels, give your head a little shake or a little nod. See if you can find a connection to your center. So in your down dog, your hands are your foundation. You want to feel most of your weight in your hands rather than your feet. But see if you can use the strength in your core to lift you out of your arms and your upper body. So imagine there's a rope, an invisible rope attached to your belly button, and it's pulling up and tugging back. So like a little lift that comes from your center. See if you can feel your big, deep breaths, helping you find a sense of buoyancy, sense of lift. Use your exhales to create that sense of connection to your center, connection to your intrinsic strength. So every exhale all the way to emptiness. Take one more breath, everyone. And then bottom of your exhale, just start to crawl your hands to the back of your yoga mat until you are in a forward fold. So eventually, forward fold all the way it comes into your feet, little or a big bend in your knees, weight or feet about hips width distance apart. So walk your feet out wider than usual, perhaps, just to give your hips and your pelvis a little more space on this first fold. And then if you want, ragdoll pose, grab opposite elbows, or even bring your hands behind your head and interlace your fingers at the base of your skull. Give the back of your neck some traction. So in your fold, friends, see if you can feel that same connection to your center, that invisible rope now to attach to your belly button. It's pulling straight up towards the ceiling. So even if you have a huge bend in your knees, rather than locking out your knees and rocking back into your heels, bend your knees, bring your weight forward, let your neck relax, and then just focus on lifting your butt as high as you can by connecting to your center. It's such a different way to work the pose, and that's where you really get the benefit. Take one more round in your fold. Yes, better, Sue. Inhale to a halfway lift position. Lengthen. Exhale, bow and fold. Do that once more, halfway lift. Stick your butt out a lot as the crown of your head reaches forward. Exhale, fold and release. This time all the way up. So come through your halfway lift and keep rising all the way to stand, arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Flow with your breath for a moment. Inhale, high mountain, reach up, stretch tall. Exhale, take a slow dive down. So stick your butt out, bend your knees. Your weight is forward as you dive. Halfway lift, breathe in and find length. Exhale, bow and fold. All the way to emptiness. Take it back up, arms to the sky. Reach, stretch, maybe even gaze up. Exhale, hands to your heart center. And let's take one more round just like that with your breath. High mountain, inhale. Exhale, hinge at your hips, lead with your heart, weight forward so heels are light as you take that dive down. Inhale, lift halfway. Beautiful friends. From here, plant your hands or your fingertips and gently or gracefully crawl forward into a plank position. So try to be light on your hands, connect to your center. Once you're in your plank pose, pause, make sure your fingers are spreading really wide. Push into your fingertips actively. Draw your belly button in and up. And then rock forward and back. Just little baby rocks forward and back like you're sawing through a piece of wood with your body. And don't change your position. So belly stays strong, arm stays strong. You're just transferring weight slightly forward, slightly back. Good job. You can come to your knees at any time if you want to modify. Next time you inhale, little rock forward. So you're on your tippy toes. Exhale, lower about 2 inches down. Bend your elbows. Don't let your shoulders roll forward. Nice, CC. Inhale, push back up, high plank. This time, exhale about 3 inches down. So a little bit lower. Strong arms, strong belly. Inhale, push back up, high plank. One more. Exhale, halfway down. Don't let shoulders roll forward. Don't let your belly drop. Inhale, push up, high plank. Very nice. This time, exhale all the way to your belly, slowly, like you're resisting gravity. Spider-Man Cobra, hands out wide on the hardwood floor, fingertips on the ground, elbows face the sky. Inhale, lift your heart. Good. And then as you exhale, take a little twist to your right side. Left shoulder dips down a bit, like a micro shoulder pigeon. Inhale through center, lift your heart, tone your belly, navel to spine, press through your pelvis and shoelaces. Exhale, twist other side. Yes, right shoulder dips down. Nice grace. Inhale back to center. You choose one more time each direction with your own breath, or if you'd rather, you can take another variation of a belly back bend, a heart opener. So whatever your body is calling for, and in your own time, downward facing dog, find your way there. Big deep breath. All right, you've got about 5 rounds in your dog pose once again. So if you want, feel free to explore, move around a little bit. If you want more strength work in down dog, you could turn it into a turbo dog. So the only thing that you need to change is your arms. Bend your elbows a lot and then squeeze them in towards each other. So your forearms are just hovering above the ground an inch or two. So it's almost like dolphin pose, but forearms are hovering. Nice. Very good, you guys. Awesome, Sydney. Let your neck relax. Let your face soften. Lift from your center. Feel that connection to your center. Use your big, deep breaths. Take one more big inhale. And this time as you exhale, look to the top of your yoga mat. Step, tiptoe, or float. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Inhale. Thanks, Chris. Exhale, bow. Let it go. Take it all the way to stand, arms to the sky, big, huge stretch at the top. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right, let's build our flow. Inhale, arms reach. And then as you exhale, let's bring our hands to our heart center and sit into a chair position. So you are more than welcome to stay here, and this is where you hold and breathe. Otherwise, option, float up to your tiptoes and reach your arms forward. Squeeze the tops of your thighs and your inner knees. So even if you've got your feet hips width distance, see if you can squeeze your upper legs together and then slowly lower down, awkward chair pose. So hips towards your heels. Squeeze through your inner thighs, inner knees. Slowly come back up. And then let's meet in chair pose with hands at our heart center. So weight back in your heels. Find your breath, feel the heat in your legs, breathe into that. Yes, see if you can pick up your toes, spread them. Find a connection to your center. Draw your belly button back towards your spine. One more round here. As you inhale, we'll stand up tall, high mountain. As you exhale, baby back bend. Squeeze the bottom tips of your shoulder blades, curl open. Good job. Inhale, re-extend, realign. Feel into neutral pelvis, neutral spine. Exhale, stick your butt out. Weight is forward in your feet as you take your dive down. Hold. Yes, good. Halfway lift, lengthen out, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant your hands, feet to the back of your yoga mat. Move through your vinyasa however you'd like this time. See you in downward facing dog. So you're gonna add a couple push-ups, take it on your knees, skip it completely, substitute cat-cows, up to you. Back in your dog pose, Ujjayi breath. Fire it up, feel it supporting you, holding you. Next time you inhale, take your right leg to the sky. All right. So if you want, go ahead and explore a little bit. Maybe open your hip or roll out your ankle or even circle your knee. But then eventually find square hips. So if you want to feel into how do open hips feel, how do square hips feel, go for it. Eventually square hips is where we'll end up. So square hips, inner thighs face each other. Your right hip faces down, slightly back. Nice K. Make your right leg straight, strong, and powerful. So I don't care about height. Go for length, strength, and power. Take one more big inhale. That's square hips. Exhale, right knee to your nose. Round your spine. Hollow out your belly. Stay here as you breathe in. Push the ground away. Exhale, step your right foot forward softly. And then take your time to rise. Crescent lunge. So crescent lunge, square hips. For some reason, we feel like we're squaring our hips off and we're usually not. So it feels to me a lot of times like I kind of have to overdo it. So right hip pulls back, back hip draws forward. And you don't have to be super deep in your lunge. That's not the goal. The goal is balance. So strength, stability with mobility, softness, and power at the same time. So feel into your powerful legs, your strong foundation, and then grow your upper body into your beautiful expression, whatever it feels like in your body. Feel into that. Take one more big inhale. Beautiful. Nice, Trace. Exhale, bring your hands to your front thigh. We're gonna prepare to balance. So draw your belly button in and up. So I want you to feel more like you're rounding your back than arching your back. So when we round, we connect more to our center. So draw your belly button in and up, and kind of puff up your low back as you push into your front thigh. See if you can keep that, lean forward and just float your back foot off the ground. Continue to push into your front thigh. Your hips are square. Continue to draw your belly button in and up. You're not arching your back. If anything, there's more of a rounding. Stay where you're at or take your right arm forward, left leg back. Yes, powerful through your back leg. Extend through your fingers. Take one last round. You guys are amazing. And land in crescent lunge. Left toes to the back of your mat, arms to the sky. Inhale here. Nice job, friends. Exhale, hands to the earth. Now listen, pyramid stance. Step your back foot forward about a foot or so. So your back foot should be flat on the ground, feet on 2 train tracks, so I like my feet on 2 train tracks, all 10 toes face forward. If you prefer, you can have your feet on a balance beam with a little angle in your back foot. You choose. Come to a halfway lift position, hands to hips. And as you bring your hands to your hips, use your right hand to literally push your right hip back. So bring your fingers to that crease in your hip and push back. So right hip draws back, crown of your head reaches forward. And then whenever you're ready, keep pulling your right hip back, work into your fold. So think forehead toward chin, nose toward knee. And then very bottom of your exhale, draw your navel towards your spine and see if you can dive a little bit deeper. Press down through both edges of your front foot, especially the inner edge. Draw right butt cheek up, 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 back, back, back. Yeah, hands can come to the ground or to your front shin or to a block or blocks. So whatever feels best in your body. Take about 2 more rounds. Really good, you guys. Awesome awareness. Use your breath. Take one last round and see if there's any more space you can find. Very bottom of your exhalation. Walk your hands forward. You can take your blocks with you if you're using them. Float your back leg to the sky for standing splits. So we won't hold it super long. If there's anywhere you want to go to play, go for it. Maybe you take handstand hops. Maybe you wrap your right arm behind your right leg. Everybody keep your left leg strong and powerful. Active through left toes. Take one last big in-breath. Exhale, Shiva squat. Left knee tucks into the back of your right knee. So curl in and get small, balancing on your right foot. Inhale, re-extend your left leg high. And then as you exhale, step your left foot to the very back of your mat again. But this time, set up a warrior 2 stance. So back heel pivots down. Windmill your arms up. Your back foot is parallel to the back edge of your mat. And your right toes, nice CC, face directly forward. Good, Terry. So see if you can feel your front knee tracking towards your pinky toe rather than collapsing inward. And then a little tone in your belly. If it feels like you're pressing your ribs forward, try knitting your front ribs together. Next time you breathe in, reach forward like you want to touch the front wall. Your legs don't change. Just reach, reach, reach. Side angle pose. Right hand towards the ground, left towards the sky. You could rest your right elbow lightly on your right thigh. You might even reach your left arm forward and lengthen your left side body. If there's anywhere else you want to go here, feel free. So half bind, full bind. Nice, Andrew. Keep your heart open. Keep your hips open. Keep your legs strong, feet grounded, rooted. Where is your breath? Can you feel it? Big, spacious. Take one more. Nice, Laura. Stay in your legs. Reverse warrior. So from the press of your feet, rise up, reach back, and lengthen your right side body. As you reach through your right side, see if you can bend your right knee a little more. Track it towards your pinky toe. Good. Beautiful. Nice, Jen. Take one more huge inhalation into your right waistline. Exhale, come back to warrior 2. Straighten your front leg. Parallel your feet. Arms to the sky. Breathe in here. And as you exhale, dive down into your wide-legged fold and hang out for about 5 breaths or so anywhere you'd like to go. So you can hang out in the same position and simply breathe. There's probably a million things inside that you can notice and respond to. Or feel free to move around, get playful, get curious. Just like in your regular forward fold, try not to rock into your heels and lock out your knees. Make sure your toes are facing directly forward, or you might even be slightly pigeon-toed. That's fine. And then weight more in the front half of your feet. Focus on lifting your butt towards the sky, working your crown towards the ground. Last couple of breaths. Good job. Halfway lift position, fingertips or hands down. So bend your knees if needed. Walk your hands to the top of your yoga mat. Rotate your toes to face forward. And just nice and easy, step forward, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale, realign your spine, back of your neck long. Nice, Kate. Exhale, bow, let it go. From the press of your feet, use that bend in your knees as you rise up. Heart leads, arms to the sky, stretch tall. Hands to heart center as you exhale. All right, I'm just gonna demonstrate something real quick. So if you can't see me, move somewhere you can see me. You don't have to be standing on your mat. So a couple things just to help, since this is a full class and we do a lot of like vinyasas. So first thing, when we dive forward, if you do this, like weight all here, and then this just happens, nothing good is happening in that movement. And a lot of times that's why when I'm saying like dive forward, people are like, why is she so obsessed with diving? It doesn't feel good. So weight should be forward. That's why when I have you on your tiptoes, that's an exaggeration of what you want to feel every time. So weight is forward, knees are bent, your butt's sticking out, heart is reaching forward, and you're literally lengthening, lengthening, lengthening. My core is so engaged there, and then folding. So it's totally different than just this. And then forward fold, this is doing nothing good. This is hyperextending the backs of my knees and pulling on my tendons. So it's actually hurting me more than it's helping me. So what I want to do, I want to bend my knees, bring my weight forward, heels light, hang out here. This is a much more productive place to be than here. Yes? Boom, boom. And guess what? This is exactly the same thing in down dog. So same thing, you ought to hang out here rather than here. Here, knees bent, lifting your hips, lengthening, rather than here. And then when we're lowering down, think of shoulders plugged in. So rather than shoulders rolling forward like this is no good. Shoulders plugged into the sockets, strong, straight, powerful line. If you need to take it on your knees, strong, straight, powerful line. So none of this weirdness. No, bad. Strong, straight, powerful line. And then when you lift, none of this weirdness. See my shoulders, see my locked out elbows. You want to go shoulders back and down. Use to strengthen your back body. Lift up from here. Don't even go up to here unless you really want to. There's no point. If you want up dog, just press down, lift your pelvis. So please start paying attention to those little things that make the hugest difference. I watch people that have practiced for 15 years and they're still doing this. And I'm like, how are you still doing that after 15 years? It's because nobody's told them. So just get curious. And if today you find yourself doing like one of those things, just be like, oh, I'm going to start paying attention to that. Yes? Cool? Okay. Now I'm tired. Arms down by your sides. Just find your mountain pose. So even here, you can pay attention to your own imbalances. For me, I know I press my ribs forward. So I'm going to draw my front ribs in. Feel into your most neutral way of standing. Neutral pelvis, neutral spine. Close your eyes and feel it from the inside. Stay as you are. Breathe in as big as you can. Hold. Open mouth sigh, let it go. All right, inhale, take your arms up. And then exhale, let's go back to our little chair pose, hands to heart. So sit low, weight in your heels, connect to your center. Perfect place to stay. If you've got knee issues, you probably want to stay here. Otherwise, float to tiptoes, arms forward, squeeze your upper thighs, inner knees, slowly lower. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then as you're ready, slowly lift back up, leaning back in chair pose, hands to heart. Weight in heels, pick up your toes, spread them apart. Take one more round. Let the heat build in your legs. Inhale, high mountain, stretch tall. Exhale, baby back bend, curl open. Mid and upper back is where it comes from. Inhale, re-extend, feel into neutral. Now stick your butt out, bend your knees, reach your heart forward, dive. Good job. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back. Move through your vinyasa however you want. Be aware of your shoulders. Connect to your center. Grow into your back bend. Shoulders stay down away from your ears. Elbow tips point back. Yes, better, Terry. And downward facing dog. So yoga, it can hurt just as much as it can help. Any medicine can also be a poison when used incorrectly. So if you have pain in your low back, if you have pain in your shoulders, don't just ignore it. Get curious about it. Figure out what's going on in my body. What is my body actually trying to tell me? Next time you inhale, left leg to the sky. Take a moment, if you want, explore, open your hips, roll out your ankle, point flex, whatever you'd like. And then eventually, once again, find your square hips. So with square hips, inner thighs face one another. Left hip faces down, slightly back. Yes, good, Terry. So usually we can't lift our leg quite as high. Don't let your ego tell you that matters. So height matters nothing. Go for length, strength, and power through your left leg. One more big in breath. Yes, so good. Knee to your nose, scoop out your belly, round. Stay here as you breathe in, push the ground away, lift through your waistline, and then step through as soft as possible. Beautiful, amazing. Take your time to rise, crescent lunge. Good, strong foundation through your legs, the structure, the stability, the foundation, and then your unique expression in your upper body. Feel into it. Notice, what can I adjust to be a little more efficient in my body today? Or maybe to be more authentic in my body today, to honor where I'm at today. Take one more big inhale. Exhale, hinge forward, hands to your front thigh. Pause here. If it helps, you can kind of scoot your back toes forward a little bit. Draw your belly button in and up like you're puffing up your low back. I want you to feel that. That's where your core engages. See if you can keep that and then float your back foot up. So you just lean forward, back foot floats right up. And really, if you're using your core, if you're connected there, it should help make the balance so much easier. Keep your back leg strong. And if you want, only if you want, extend your left arm forward. So left arm forward, right leg back. Good. Yes, press through your back foot. Lengthen your spine. Beautiful, amazing. Last big breath. And come back. Nice, Kathy. Land in your crescent lunge. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands come down. Pyramid stance with your legs. Step your back foot in about a foot or 2 feet. So back foot or both feet are flat on the ground. Feet onto train tracks. All 10 toes face forward or feet on a balance beam. Slight angle in your back foot. Halfway lift position, hands to hips. So with your hands on your hips, you want your hips to feel like they're straight across from one another. Use your left hand to literally push your left hip towards the back of the room. And keep that. So keep drawing your left hip back as far as you can. And then whenever you're ready, bow, fold. You can bring hands to the ground, hands to blocks, hands to your shin, or if you want to keep them at your hips, totally fine. Left butt cheek pulls up and back. So work that. Stay rooted through the inner edge of your front foot. Use every exhale, that navel to spine connection, to dive deeper, to fold further. Just a couple more rounds. You guys are doing so good. All the way to empty as you exhale. Use your very last breath to fold as deep as you can. And slowly move into your standing splits. Walk your hands or your hands on your blocks forward and then float your right leg to the sky. This one, if you want to open your hip, go for it. So whatever feels good, just make your right leg long, strong, powerful, active through your right toes. If there's any way you want to play or explore, feel free. Try not to collapse into your outer left hip, but hug in with your inner left thigh. Take one more big inhale. One time, Shiva squat. Right knee tucks into the back of your left knee. Both knees bend. Good job. Inhale, re-extend. Nice, Mia. Long, strong, powerful. And then exhale, step your right foot to the very back of your yoga mat. Warrior 2. Back heel pivots down. Cartwheel your arms up. Settle in. So left toes forward, right toes to the right. And just breathe, beautiful Kirsten. A little tone in your belly to support your low back. So by tone in your belly, you're not squeezing your abdominals, but you're just gently drawing your belly button in. So you get just a little tone and you should feel it support and lengthen your low spine. Next time you inhale, side angle, reach forward, 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 and then tip it over. Left hand towards the ground, right towards the sky. Heart stays open, hips stay open. If you want to reach right arm forward, if you want to bind the pose or any other variation you want to explore, go for it. About 3 more breaths. Keep wrapping your left butt cheek, tracking your front knee towards your pinky toe. Keep your back leg strong, nice Sydney, back foot rooted, grounded firmly. Beautiful poses, last deep breath. From the press of your feet, stay in your legs, revert your warrior, rise up, reach up, lengthen your left side, reach back. This is not a back bend, it's a side body stretch. So navel to spine protects and supports low back as you lengthen your left side. Bend your left knee, track it towards your pinky toe. Lift your left ribs away from your left hip. One last in-breath. Good job, nice Paul. Exhale, back to warrior 2. Straighten your front leg, parallel your feet. Inhale, arms to the sky. And dive down. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold anywhere you would like to take it for about 5 to 7 breaths. So you can do what you did on the other side, or you can do something totally different. Good job. Last couple rounds. Side out your mouth anytime. Come to your halfway lift position, fingertips on the ground or hands on the ground. Bend your knees as much as needed. Walk your hands to the top of your space. Rotate your toes forward. Step your front foot back, plank pose. Inhale at the top of your push-up. And exhale, chaturanga, slowly lower. Inhale, peel your heart open, shoulders back and down. Tone your belly to support your low back. So this shouldn't feel like you could stay here all day. There's a lot of strength work involved in this pose. And then when you're ready, either down dog, or if you want, you can choose child's pose, hero's pose. You can grab a drink. So we're gonna move through that entire flow now, that entire sequence, breath to movement. And it doesn't mean we speed through it without awareness. It means we move slowly and intentionally. We pay attention to our connection to center, to our connection to our shoulders, to the way we move our bodies from one pose to the other. So move slowly and intentionally with your slow, intentional breath. If at any time you want to take a little break or you want to do your own thing, of course, that is always fine with me. So honor what your body needs first. You're coming with me? Find your way to down dog if you're not there already. Ujjayi breath. Great big inhale, push the ground away. Exhale, look to the top of your yoga mat, step or float, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen, back of your neck long. Exhale, fold and bow. Ah. Root through your feet all the way to stand. Big stretch at the top. Exhale, hands to heart. And here we go with our super fun flow. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Sit back into your chair. Option to stay right here and hold, or inhale, float up to tiptoes, reach your arms forward, squeeze your upper thighs. Exhale, slowly lower, hips to heels, as low as you can go. Inhale, slowly rise, keep squeezing. And then everybody exhale, hands to heart, heels on the ground. One last exhale here as you sit. Inhale, high mountain stretch, lengthen. Add your back bend. Exhale, navel to spine, protects low back as you open your heart. Re-extend, realign. And then stick your butt out, bend in your knees as you take your dive down. Yes! Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back. See if you can keep that exhale going. Chaturanga, lower slowly. Nice. K, inhale, peel your heart open, shoulders back and down, elbow tips point back. Good, nice, Grace. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg high, strong, powerful. Use your core. Exhale, step your right foot forward as soft as you can. Inhale, crescent lunge. Nice, Anya, rise up. Exhale, hands to your front thigh. Connect to center, navel to spine. Prepare for your balance. And then inhale, back foot just floats up. Stay here. Exhale, add your right arm. Reach it forward if you'd like. And back to crescent. Breathe in, soft landing. Reach up. Exhale, hands to the earth. Inhale, pyramid pose with a halfway lift so everything gets long. Exhale, fold, forehead towards your shin, nose towards your knee, navel towards your spine, all the way to emptiness. Inhale, standing split, left leg up. Shiva squat, left knee into the back of right, get small and compact. Inhale, re-extend. You can take a handstand hop if you want. Exhale, step your left foot to the back of your yoga mat. And with your inhale, warrior two, rise. Yes. Exhale, side angle, reach forward and tip it over all the way to emptiness. Stay in your legs. Nice, CC, rise into reverse warrior. So reach up, reach back. Keep the bend in your front knee. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straighten your front leg, parallel your feet, arms to the sky. Exhale, dive down, stick your butt out, reach your heart forward. Weight is forward as you take your dive. Inhale, lift halfway, hands or fingertips on the ground. Exhale, walk your hands forward, rotate your toes forward, low lunge, listen. And inhale, three-legged down dog, right leg high. You can go straight to down dog or exhale, rock forward. Your variation of plank to chaturanga. Take it on your knees if you'd like, so make it your own. Good job. Inhale, lift your heart. Nice, Trace. Exhale, lift your hips. Beautiful, friends. Inhale your left leg high. Step it through as soft as you can with your exhalation. Inhale, slowly rise, strong legs, lift your heart, lift your gaze, crescent. Exhale, hands to front thigh, prepare, find your strong core, and inhale, float your back foot off the ground. Stay for your exhalation, option to extend left arm forward, asymmetric warrior three. And come back to crescent lunge, breathe in as you reach both arms up. Good job. Exhale, hands to the earth. Inhale, pyramid stance with your halfway lift. So get everything really long. Use that length to work your fold. Exhale, all the way to emptiness. Nice work. Standing splits. Walk your hands forward. Right leg high. Inhale. Exhale, Shiva squat. Inhale, re-extend. Feel free to take a little hop just for fun if you want. And then step down at the back of your mat. Exhale. Warrior two as you breathe in. Cartwheel your arms up. Exhale, side angle pose. Reach forward. Tip it over. All the way to emptiness. And then reverse. Stay in your strong legs. Reach up and back. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straighten your front leg, parallel your feet. Take your arms to the sky. Exhale, stick your butt out, reach your heart forward as you dive. Maybe a bend in your knees is helpful. All the way to empty. Halfway lift, inhale. Nice, Chris. Exhale, walk your hands forward, spin your toes forward. And then three-legged down dog. Breathe in, left leg high. You can go straight to your down dog if you prefer. Otherwise, exhale, rock forward, plank to chaturanga. Take it three-legged, take it on your knees. You do you. Inhale, heartless. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take just a moment. That's one time through. We've got one more. I'm gonna add in just a few little additions this time, a few little variations. So just like always, stay present, listen to my cues, take what works, and leave the rest behind. If you're coming with me, one last big inhale into your dog pose, push the ground away. And exhale, gaze to the top of your mat, step or float, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Bow, exhale, nice, Laura. All the way up, rise, arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right, inhale, reach. Exhale, chair, hands to heart, sit back. Stay here, hold, or inhale, float to tiptoes, arms forward, squeeze tops of thighs, awkward chair pose. Exhale, hips down towards your heels, lower slowly. Inhale, keep squeezing your inner thighs as you rise. And then sit back, hands to heart, chair pose. Exhale, everyone. Inhale, high mountain, tall. Exhale, work your back bend, cactus your arms, open your heart. Listen, inhale, re-extend. Side body stretch to your right. As you exhale, you can make it your own. I'm grabbing my left wrist. You don't have to unless you want to. Through center, inhale. And then take it to the other side with your exhalation. Think up and then over. Crescent moon shape with your body. Inhale, back to high mountain. Now, stick your butt out as you slowly dive down. Good. Nice, Andrew. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, chaturanga. Try to keep that exhale going as you lower. Nice, Kathy. So strong, you guys. Grow into your back bend as you breathe in. Beautiful, Sydney. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg high. Make it strong and powerful. You can hold here or listen. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. Get as close as you can. Inhale, stretch it out, lengthen. Exhale, right knee, right armpit. Get as high as you can. Add a push-up if you want. Bend your elbows. Don't let your butt drop. Inhale, back up. Good job. Now everybody, knee to your nose. Scoop out your belly. Step forward softly. Good, Kirsten. Inhale, rise, crescent. Exhale, hands to front thigh. Prepare for your balance. Navel to spine. Inhale, float your back foot off the ground. This time we're gonna hold a little longer if you would like. Option for full warrior three. Both arms reach forward. So find that long line from your hand all the way back to your heel. Strong through your core, square through your hips. Connect to your center. Use your breath. Last round, fullest expression. Looks so good. Come back, crescent lunge. Inhale. Nice job, friends. Exhale, hands to the earth. Pyramid with a halfway lift. So lengthen everything as you breathe in. And then use that length to exhale and work your fold. Ah, right hip pulls up, 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 back, back, back. Standing splits, walk your hands forward, float your left leg to the sky. And then exhale, Shiva squat. Tuck your left knee into the back of right. Inhale, re-extend, handstand hop if you want. Exhale, step your left foot to the back of your mat, setting up your warrior two legs and rise as you inhale, Virabhadrasana 2, warrior 2. Exhale, side angle, reach forward, tip it over. We're gonna pause inside angle option for half moon. So if you would like, you can use a block under your right hand. Reach your right hand forward, float your back foot off the ground. Heart open, hips open, back leg strong. Wherever you are at your pose, be there. Breathe into it, feel all of it. What feels good? What feels really uncomfortable, really challenging? Notice everything. Last couple breaths. So nice, you guys. See if you can land back in a warrior 2. So everybody meet back in warrior 2. Take a moment to settle in, adjust legs if needed. Ujjayi breath. Next inhale, reverse warrior. Reach up and back. Keep the deep bend in your front knee. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, straighten your front leg, parallel your feet, arms reach up. Now exhale takes you all the way down, wide-legged forward fold, crown towards the ground, butt towards the sky. Halfway lift, hands or fingertips down. Inhale. Exhale, walk your hands forward, low lunge, listen. Three-legged down dog, right leg to the sky. So take your right leg back and up. This time, pause right here, and everybody peel your hip open. Right knee bends, right hip stacks on top of left. Stay here, or option 2, flip. Right foot comes down behind you. Reach your right arm forward. Yes, let your heart look forward, strong through your back body. Breathe, last huge breath. Amazing, come back, down dog. Walk it out. You're more than welcome to keep walking it out, or inhale, forward, high plank. Option to hover right leg. Exhale, lower slowly, strong arms, strong belly. Inhale, back bend, lift your heart only as high as feels right in your body. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful awareness, left leg to the sky, my friends, breathe in. Hold here, or exhale, left knee, right elbow, as close as you can get. Inhale, re-extend, lengthen out. Left to left, aim for your armpit, add the push-up if you want. Awesome, Paul, back up, inhale. And then last one, knee to your nose, scoop out your belly, step forward softly. Inhale, rise, crescent lunge, last time here, heart lifts. Exhale, hands to your front thigh, prepare for your balance, find your strong core, and then back foot floats up. So pause here, option for a full warrior 3 this time. Both arms forward, biceps next to ears, hips are square, bend your standing leg if it helps. Connect to your strong center. You've got this last round. Amazing work. Nice, Anya, come back to crescent. Inhale. Good job. Exhale, hands to the earth. Pyramid pose, halfway lift. So everything gets nice and long. Breathe in. And bow. Exhale, forehead toward chin, nose toward knee, all the way to emptiness in your breath. Inhale, standing splits. Walk your hands forward. Float your right leg high. Spread your toes. One last time, Shiva squat. Right knee tucks into the back of left knee. Both knees bend. Good work. Inhale, re-extend. Hop if you want. And exhale, right foot to the back of your mat. Warrior 2 legs. Rise up with your inhale. Virabhadrasana 2. Exhale, side angle. Reach forward and then tip it over. This is where we will once again pause. Half moon if you would like. Reach your left hand forward. Back leg floats high. Imagine you're trying to stomp your back foot on the back wall. So make your back leg support itself. It shouldn't feel like it weighs 1,000,000 pounds. Heart is open, shoulders are open, hips are open. If you have trouble opening your hips, focus on squeezing your outer left butt cheek, getting it to engage. Last huge breath, your personal fullest expression. Come back to a warrior 2 stance, soft landing, and then take a moment to adjust if needed. You are almost there. Next inhalation, reverse your warrior. Exhale, warrior 2. Straighten your front leg, parallel your feet, arms up. Exhale, dive down. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, crawl your hands forward, back to your low lunge, and inhale, 3-legged down dog. So left leg back and up, open your left hip. Stay or flip your dog. Left foot comes down, reach your heart forward, lift your hips high, feel your back muscles hogging around your spine, supporting you. Amazing, last big deep breath. And come back, downward facing dog. Walk it out, my friends. Keep walking it out a little bit longer, or next inhale, rock forward, high plank, option to hover left leg. Strong arms, strong belly as you lower. Inhale, grow into your back bend with awareness. Downward facing dog, nice work. Inhale, right leg high. Pigeon pose, right shin to the top of your space. Bring your body down gently. If you'd rather take this on your back, totally fine with me. So figure 4 on your back if that works better for you. If you're in regular pigeon, get your right knee towards the outer right edge of your mat. And instead of just plopping into it, same thing like we do in crescent, like we do in pyramid pose. Front hip pulls back. Keep pulling your front hip back. It's like when we're diving forward in our forward fold. You want to reach your butt back as you take your heart forward. So I can be in this pose just completely passively disengaged, no structure, no stability. And when I'm in it like that, I'm just exploiting the mobility, the hypermobility in my joints. I'm just sinking into my joints. So we want to first find the structure, the strength, the integrity of the pose, and then soften around it and soften within it. So start to feel into those spaces that maybe you've never even noticed before. Our bodies have endless amounts of information inside of them. Take about 5 more rounds here. Open mouth sigh, more than welcome at any time. Take just your last couple deep breaths right here. Slowly begin to lift your upper body. Plant your hands. Tuck your back toes under, scoot your back knee in, scoot it forward, and then unthread your right leg. Take it back, give it a gentle shaky shake right here. And then after a few shakes, pivot on your left knee, so your left foot comes to the outside of your mat and your right arm up. Open up into your modified side plank. Yes, perfect. Nice, Terry. Good. So open through the front of your hips. Open through the front of your heart. Maybe extend your right arm forward and lengthen your right side. Last option, only if you want to take it, bend your right knee, reach back, grab hold of your foot. Once you've got it, kick and pull. So kick foot into hand, pull hand back into foot. Try your best not to kick your foot up, but to kick your foot back and let your heart look up wherever you're at. Last big, huge breath. Good job. Slowly let it go. Hands and knees, tabletop. You can either take some intuitive movement on your own or bring your knees together and just walk your hands off the left edge of your mat as you sit your hips back into the right. So gently press your right armpit towards the ground. And then as you're ready, just switch to the other side and take a few rounds on the other side. Eventually, friends, back to your down dog. You can move through a vinyasa to get there, or you can just lift your hips up. And walk it out. All right, inhale, left leg to the sky. Pigeon pose, left shin forward, left shin forward, body comes down gently. And just set yourself up with that same amount of care, attention, awareness. So left knee towards the outer left edge of your mat rather than midline. Yeah. Then pull your left hip back as you take your heart forward. Yeah, and if you want to go deeper from there, all you have to do is scoot your back knee back a tiny bit. It doesn't take much. Good awareness. Love seeing your hips in line. Looks so good. Soft face, soft jaw. About 5 more breaths. Side out your mouth anytime. Good job. All right, friends, when you feel pretty much even on both sides, just start to find your way up to that 3-legged tabletop again. So plant your hands, tuck your back toes, scoot your back knee forward, and then unthread your left leg. Give it that nice little shaky shake. Eventually opening up into a modified side plank towards the windows. So left arm to the sky and open through the front of your hips. Keep your back leg strong, like you're trying to stomp your back foot on the back wall. Maybe reach your left arm forward and feel into that length. Stay here or find the pose. Bend your left knee, reach back, grab hold of your foot. Use gentle leverage, so not straining, not forcing. You should be able to still breathe. Kick foot into hand, pull hand back into foot. Let your heart look up. Soften your face. Last big deep breath. Good work. Come back to a tabletop. And then you choose intuitive movement, those side to side child's poses, or anything else your body is calling for. One last vinyasa back to down dog, or if you don't care for one last vinyasa or one last down dog, you're welcome to just find a child's pose instead. So wherever you end up, take just a moment to tune in. And just feel all the space inside of you. So it's always there, but just feel all that energy that we've stirred up, all that aliveness. Good job, everybody. Wherever you're at, take about 1 or 2 more deep breaths. And then start your own transition just down onto your back, however you'd like to get there and whichever direction you'd like to face. Once you're on your back, draw your knees in, gently rock side to side. And eventually supine spinal twist. Either let your knees fall to the right, or if there's another variation you want to take, go for it. So legs to the right, left arm out to the left, or cactus with your left arm against the ground. Breathe down into your belly. And try as best you can. Your left shoulder will probably lift a little bit, the back of your left shoulder, but try as best you can to keep the back of your shoulder grounded down. All the way to empty with your exhales. Last couple breaths on this side. And then slowly find your way to the other side. So come through center, take a moment to neutralize, little rock, maybe a big squeeze, and then legs to the left. Really give your weight to the ground now. So you've been holding yourself up this whole time. Let the ground hold you now. Just give in.
Oh, baby, I just know there is grace all around. Can't stop
As you feel pretty much even on both sides with your twists, start to find your way back to center and eventually into a happy baby pose. So you can just kind of rock side to side. Maybe you want to extend one leg, both legs. So embody a happy baby. Think of how a baby rocks in its crib. Just feel into your body. Feel into the way you can rock against the ground. And if there are any other poses that you would like to take to complete your own practice today, give yourself about 10 breaths to move through them. So if you want to take an inversion to finish off your practice, now is your time. If there's anything else that your body is craving or calling for, go there. Maybe your body is craving Shavasana and you want to go right into it. Feel free.
Can't stop with watching you on the darkness, even if it's dance. Even if it's dance.
So as you slowly begin to find your way into your final relaxation, I'll read to you. This is a longer poem, longer reading, but it's written by Rumi. I feel like a lot of times what we hear of Rumi is just a short little kind of phrases, but this is a longer one and I like it. So just let it kind of sink in to your body, absorb in, take what works, and let the rest go. So Rumi was a Sufi poet who lived in the 1200s, 1207 to 1273. It says, don't grieve. Anything you lose comes round in another form. The child weaned from mother's milk now drinks wine and honey mixed. God's joy moves from unmarked box to unmarked box, from cell to cell, as rainwater down into flower bed, as roses up from the ground. Now it looks like a plate of rice and fish. Now a cliff covered with vines. Now a horse being saddled. It hides within these till one day it cracks them open. Part of the self leaves the body when we sleep and changes shape. You might say, last night I was a cypress tree, small bed of tulips, filled of grapevines. Then the phantasm goes away. You're back in the room. I don't want to make anyone fearful. Hear what is behind what I say. Ta-dum-dum, ta-dum, ta-dum-dum. There's the light gold of wheat in the sun and the gold of bread made from that wheat. I have neither. I am only talking about them. As a town in the desert looks up at the stars on a clear night. These last few moments, let your breath become effortless. Just feel into the mystery of who you are and what you are, all that energy inside of you, without needing answers, just opening, noticing, observing. Shavasana. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. Start to wiggle fingers, toes. Just move slowly back into your physical body. And eventually roll to either side, fetal position. So take just one last moment, curling into yourself as you rest on your side and just in some way, shape, or form that makes sense to you using your own imagination. Just imagine your practice, all the energy from it, anything that may have come through for you. Imagine it all just seeping into your body, absorbing into your being. Use the strength in your arms to slowly find your way up to seated meditation. So right back where we began our practice. And then as you sit up nice and tall, gather your hands down to your heart center. We'll just close our practice together, seal our practice together with one great big collective Om. So don't worry how you sound. Just let your own voice contribute to the sound of the whole. Notice how it feels to move your own vibration through your body and let it express out your mouth. So start by exhaling, emptying out, clear your throat if needed. Breathe in your voice, breathe all the way down into your belly. Open your mouth big and wide. Thank you all so much for being here and letting me guide you. Namaste. Okie doke, friends. Thank you so much. Thank you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. If you have any questions, always feel free to ask. I love questions. What do you think, Missy? You're a very good girl. You're a very good girl, huh? Yeah.
She accepted all too.
Oh, she's amazing.
Smile.
She's an amazing girl. I think coming to yoga over the years has really opened her up. She used to be really scared of like, yeah, right? Even though she's like still like timid with new people and everything, like she used to be scared, really scared of people, everything. Somebody what? Grabbed her tail? Oh, Steve, that guy. He's so weird. That sounds about right.
Sure. Got a really tight fit.
Uh-huh.
I think it's from
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
it hurts just half and this.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
To-
Uh-huh. In your low back or in your hip? Okay. I would, I know, that's the thing. I would just take it really like gingerly on it, like go really easy as far as like in here. I don't know what to tell you about tennis if you think that's causing it. I don't know. But also, I don't know if you are interested. Do you ever go to like a chiropractor?
Not in 100 years.
I have this guy that I've been seeing, and my low back was fucked in January, and it's like totally better. Yeah, I go weekly, and I bought a package of 10, and it's $40 each time if you buy a package, which I think is pretty affordable.
Okay.
I've gone weekly, and I really feel like it's helped. I don't know, something like that. I would say try.
So what I decided was I'm just doing yoga morning and night, like every day for 2 weeks, because we're going to California by car, and I don't think I can sit that long. Right now.
Okay.
So I might do
Morning and
I'll
night.
take
Love
your-
it. Yeah. Okay. I'll send you. Do I have your? I should have your number. Did I grab it? Okay. Okay. Then I should have it. Yeah. I'll send you his info. His name is Dr. Sean Campbell, but he works out of his house. Do you know where like Old Mill is by the mouth of Big Cottonwood?
Yeah.
It's like in there, and do you know where what's that place called? No.
That bar?
Yeah, Hog Wallow. down there.
Yeah.
So it's just like you park right almost across the street from Hog Wallow and you go in his backyard
Okay.
and it's in their basement, the practice. And his wife does all the scheduling and like she's like the assistant. It's like you go there, you're on a roller bed. It's great.
Follow.
Yeah, then after you can go. No, but yeah, I'd say give it a shot. And especially like when it's pain like that, like we're just troubleshooting really, you know, and really everyone is, even professionals,
Yeah,
like they're
yeah.
just like, could be this, try this, could
Yeah,
be this, try this.
yeah.
And then even the medical things sometimes are just like, okay, well, let's take it out and replace it. You know, like I think just like try everything and see what's helping and what's not helping. See what's aggravating it. Like, yeah, if yoga's helping it, awesome. But be really aware of just like certain movements. But it should help it. Overall, yoga should help it. But just don't.
I think so. I mean, it's
Yoga
not
should
hurting
help it. Yeah. Just like with stuff like forward folds and stuff, you're gonna have to just go ginger on it. I think. Maybe. Yeah.
Can't even go to the bathroom at the moment.
Oh, I know. I'm like wiping. I with my
Well,
low back
it's just
wiping my
the
butt.
sitting.
Like. I don't know.
You said that about the knees. As
Good.
soon as you said that about the knees, it hurts. So I just stopped. The,
Oh.
when you go way down in the.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, and she does that. Like now, whoever's in that spot, she just does that too. It's just whoever's in that spot, she just looks